Whoa! Oh no. What happened there? Welcome to my Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. This is going to be episode 8, where I redesign the original Christopher ship into something new called the Henceforth, and I shoot for the moon. I think this time I do have more success, so let's watch. Okay. So the Christopher may not have been the best design, but it was good for testing, and it actually did get us to the moon in one case. So I've designed a new ship. This is the Henceforth one. I don't know where I came up with that name. Maybe just Henceforth I shall not fail to make orbit. How about that? Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I meant to change that as well. Alright, hang on one second. So this is a beast of a first stage now. Oof. I added a lot onto it, and I've gone with the aerospikes because these are firing right from get-go. And the fuel flow should go as follows. 2 outer stacks flow into the middle stack. So once these outer ones are depleted, they drop off. This should then fairly quickly deplete because it's fueling these big outer stacks. So it'll drop off next. Then the big outer stack should be left. Oh, this is probably way too much. This stage is probably good for interplanetary craft, but we'll see. Actually, I should stick MechJeb on it too and see what kind of values I get for takeoff thrust weights and things like that, and overall weight. So we know this stage and beyond was 80-some tons, I think. And anyway, so these two fuel into the middle, and then the middle, being massive, should eventually drop off. So this is going to be a test, but you know, if it works, we'll go to the moon with it as well. Sorry, I'm a volunteer firefighter as well, and I don't know, I hope you can't hear the pager going. There's a municipality near me that has a vehicle fire, so. Also, if I ever have to take off, suddenly it'll be because of that. So the height difference is 94 meters, and we are swaying. That, wow. That can't be good. And Bob, Bill, and Donsby are back, but they may not be back for long. We'll see. Oh, I forgot to put the MechJeb on. Hang on, I'll be right back. And we're back. Not as much as I've seen Scott Manley launch, with thrust-to-weight ratios and total thrust amounts, which is variable, interestingly. But 322 tons, pretty impressive, I think. So I'll just end this and we'll get rid of MechJeb. Okay, back on the pad. Ooh, still super wobbly. I have no idea if this is going to work or not. That's half the fun of this game. And of course, I hope I've got the staging right, but some of those ended up. I added some more struts. I don't like when they. Oh goodness, what's going on up there? Don't like. Oh, that can't be good. Okay, I'm gonna just prop this thing up a little bit off. Oh, that's funny. Get a couple of those. Oh, it shouldn't be bouncing like that. We're just gonna go before this gets bad. Oh, I forgot to change those. Oh well, it won't matter. As long as I have the staging right. And I don't. Ah, oh well. That'll still work. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. So yeah, I need to fix some staging. And we're back and bouncing on the pad. I believe everything is fixed, so before anything else goes horribly awry, again, in 3, 2, 1. Alright, what failed? Radial decoupler, more struts. Be right back. Okay. Give it one more try, maybe not so full thrust. In 3, 2, 1. Fuel flow looks to be working. Extra struts seem to be helping. Just a bit of a tilt over here. Some overheating. First stack should be done in mere seconds. Oh, that was lovely. Back up. And throttle down, that's some crazy overheating. Okay. Oop, these are almost done. So the first, all those tanks, 6 engines, get us to just about 8,000 meters. So now it gets interesting. We use these huge tanks to fuel this center stack too, so this is why I'm not too worried about this having enough power to get into orbit. Our speed's not very much now, but hey, our altitude's already good. In fact, the speed's going to become an issue. Did I put strut? I did put struts between those. Wow. I watch the G's. As these tanks run out. Where are these thrusting at? No, it doesn't have thrust, but there's a lot of thrust on these. The weight does start to drop. Remember, it's only 80 tons here now, and a huge amount of thrust below. This is looking good. Starting to get a serious wobble. Just be careful there on those separation. I'm always a little worried about the big huge stacks separating, but Okay, that's a good altitude. I'm just gonna button there. Use the engine to help us turn over. Get it to stop us somewhere around there. 50-some seconds. Oscillate a little bit back and forth, that's okay. So much fuel. Oh, this is great. Maybe not full throttle again. No, I worry. So we gotta get up to about 200 meters per second. That's one tank gone. $1,100 meters per second to go. 1.5 tanks gone. 1,000 meters a second to go. G-force is not much more than 1, so we shouldn't tear apart in the middle here. One more tank gone. Last tank. .600 meters per second to go. Starting to get some oscillation again, same as last time. And that's it, we're out of fuel. We are. We'll just fire this stage now. Since I don't have that much more to go. Yeah, it's not the greatest orbit again. A little bit lopsided. That should be good. Gross out the other side. Now where is the moon anyway? No, it's over there, so where will we be in the orbit? A little bit higher. That's okay. I'm going to fast forward as much as I can. I'm in the atmosphere, so I can't. I'll bring you back when we can do our lunar insertion. And we're back. Had some interesting spin on the ship there. I think it was partially caused by hitting the top of the atmosphere when on my not so great orbital insertion. We have good amount of altitude now, lots of curvature on that planet below. One of the things about lunar insertion burns is you don't really want to do them when you're near your apoapsis. If you've got a non-circular orbit, you want to do them close to your periapsis where you have more velocity. It's just a little bit more efficient that way, but we'll do it this way. So there's the moon, perfect timing. Again, this is going to be slow because this engine doesn't have a lot of thrust for the amount of mass that we have here. But it should still work. Slowly. That is a weird thing going on there. Hopefully that sorts itself out. There we go. That looks a little better. So because of that weirdness, I didn't have a nice periapsis is nice and low from far away where it's a little more efficient, but we'll do it this way. Still got plenty of fuel left here as well, so burn up some RCS fuel doing this turn. Frame rate issues. We'll just curve that around the moon and allow ourselves to be captured. Well, that means we have some space junk. On the plus side, now we have a lot more thrust-to-weight ratio. And get things done quicker. Well, that'll be there for some time. In almost a circular orbit around the moon. Okay, let's take a look at our target. Which is in the dark now, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll have some light. Hopefully I guess we won't see much shadow as one issue, but okay. We are in a semicircular orbit around the moon. When we get around to this dark side here, we're going to attempt a landing. So I'm going to, first of all, set my land point just past where I want to actually land. This is one of those things you kind of end up eyeballing. learning over time how that works, but how far away you want it to be. I'm not obviously a very big expert at it, but we'll give it a try. You can of course fix a lot of things after the fact. Now I want to actually bring it, looks like a little bit north, I think. So, wrong way. Hopefully that is, I think that looks good. This thing's got a ton of fuel. Ton. Was the last time we were on our way to the moon with 400 liters, and we've got over 1,000 just in those tanks, plus the 1,600 there. Yeah, doing well. There's our target, just coming over the horizon. It's time to start slowing down a little. Unlike coming in last time at a blistering pace. This time, a blistering pace where we also ran out of fuel on 4 of our engines, 4 of our 5 engines. This time we've got plenty of fuel on tons of all 5 engines. Now, how is that lining up? I'm a little bit north now, I think. That's okay. It's but south, being a little bit south, you'd probably end up on the crater rim. So. Bleed off a little more speed there. Altitude 16,000 meters. This is going to be harder at night, for sure. For sure. Good for direction. Of course, I don't want to slam into the ground again. Maybe a little further away than I'd like, but won't be that far of a jaunt over in our spacesuits. Just have to decide on which Kerbal gets to go. Get that gear down. I have no idea how far the ground is. I can't see. I have no reference. It'll be close. There it is. Bit of a bounce. Within sight of the moon lander, the lunar arch. And I'm going to take this moment to take a bit of a break.